Welcome back. We know the cost of living is important to you, so we continue looking at how tariffs are impacting basic items like coffee.
Yeah, coffee is imported, as you know, from all over the world, and a lot of those countries are being hit currently with high tariffs. So tonight, Tampa Bay 28 reporter Michael Paluska is looking into how local shops are now brewing up solutions to keep prices in check.
I'm out here on a farm in the middle of Hillsborough County where you wouldn't expect there to be a master roaster, but there is. This is Beastmaster Coffee. Jeremy Denny is in here. We've been talking to him about roasting and also tariffs, and he says there's a lot of things Americans should know about what's happening when it comes to these tariffs.
A hot cup of joe is how millions of Americans start their day, but we are paying way more today. Coffee year over year up more than 20%.
This is the Finca Coa.
At Beastmaster Coffee, the flavor's the same, but the origins changed.
Right now, we are on a Brazil hiatus.
Owner Jeremy Denny dropping his Brazilian beans after a 50% tariff. Now he's turned to Nicaragua to keep costs down.
The one that have really come in to replace Brazil for a lot of us is Finca Coa out of Nicaragua. Right now, they have an 18% tariff, which is much more palatable than a 50%, and then they work personally with us. Like, they will avoid shipping costs if they can deliver the coffee directly to us by hand, even if it's 1,000 pounds.
So we ended up importing a container from Ecuador. I had to borrow money so that we can purchase it, so that we can buy a bigger quantity, so that we can offset the tariffs with a cash discount ahead.
At Blind Tiger Coffee Roasters, owner Roberto Torres is buying in bulk and shelling out cash to keep his prices low.
So it's cheaper for you to take out a loan, pay the interest back to the bank, than it is for you to pay the full 10% tariff.
100%.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
They're making you juggle, and luckily you're able to, but making you
Luckily
juggle.
I was able to, but if I'm a 1 to 3 store operator, coffee shop, that don't have the bandwidth or the purchasing power to do that, what that does is that it automatically forces me to raise prices in order to offset the price, which at the end is going to get the end consumer hurt because they're going to have to pay more for the thing that they rely on daily.
A few weeks ago, bipartisan legislation was filed to exempt coffee from tariffs, something both Torres and Denny would love to see happen.
So an exemption will be greatly welcome.
It would help me out.
Denny keeping prices steady, just $1 up on one Brazilian roast. He tells me if big brands start to really raise prices, consider switching.
For example, if you see a coffee that is now doubling their cost of their coffee, that is an artificial inflation that they're creating.
With prices so high at big coffee shops, would you recommend Americans stop drinking coffee?
No. Let's say you get a bag of coffee from me. Let's say you get a 10-ounce bag. That 10-ounce bag, even if you brew a drip pot a day, is going to last you about a week. And that breaks down to $2 a day to brew your pot of coffee. How's that breaking the bank? For a clean, healthy source that's not only good for the environment, the future, avoids geopolitics, but also is better for your health.
In Tampa with photojournalist Reed Moeller, Michael Paluska, Tampa Bay 28.